Welcome to Discussing Dad Life, also known as DDL. This is Null, I'm Void, where we talk about various topics. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like our content. Half banjo. It looks like they fucked and made this thing.
You just gave us the signal right as you started that.
Oh,
man.
shit.
We'll
edit that out.
That's comedic gold right there, dude. You were people like bloopers, man. Let's give them the bloopers,
dude.
That is an interesting guitar.
Okay. Whoops.
So I guess roll the people in what we're doing today, then, Mister.
Well,
I'm gonna just go off topic and talk about a guitar that they can't see right now.
All right, fair enough. So the new #1 hit song, dude, Oliver Anthony, Richmond, North of Richmond. It's been on the charts #1 for X amount of time. I don't know the exact day.
It's been like basically a week, right?
Yeah.
11 days?
Okay, so we're being told 11 days.
Yeah, I remember I first heard about this song, I think Monday night?
I think so, yeah.
I was listening to a podcast. They actually brought it up. And I didn't get around to actually listening to it until when did I send it to you?
Like
Friday?
2 days ago, yeah.
Yeah, it was like Friday or something like that. I finally listened to it, and I was like, oh, damn. And I sent it to you, and your response back, I was about to send it to you.
Yeah, I was literally getting ready to tell you about it. I mean, just this tells you where the heart of our nation is right now. As a collective whole, I completely 110% agree with this song. Like, the struggles and...
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
How can you have 110% agreement? Wouldn't it only be 100% agreement?
That's my point. I'm trying to give emphasis on, like, how, like, just goddamn. You know?
I'm even more agreeable than I can be.
It's just...
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
I had to call it out because that's one thing that always drives me bonkers is when people are just like, I give 110% effort. I'm like, but you only have 100% effort to give. How are you giving this extra 10%?
You'll see later, sweet cheeks.
Oh, my God.
But no, man, this song it hits home. And like I've had people who normally don't listen to country or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Listen to it and they're like, holy shit.
Well, I think even in my share when I shared the song on, I think I shared it on Facebook, I was just like, not my typical genre, but it's a damn good song.
It is, and it's amazing how one guy who, I mean, comes from, well, I don't know exactly where he comes from, but it doesn't seem like he comes from a wealthy family or whatnot.
He actually put out a thing where he was actually talking about who he is.
Yeah.
And he was saying that he was like doing something. He got like a skull fracture or something like that. And he has he doesn't want to be a full-time musician. He's just doing this for fun.
I know he turned down an $8 million record deal, and it's like, that is cool.
Yeah.
Seeing somebody so genuine and real.
So the funny thing about this is when I first listened to this song, and even just somewhat similar of how he looks, it actually reminds me of a guy that used to work for me.
Oh, shit.
His name was Garrett, and it was hilarious because he'd be down in like the silo alcoves, and you just walk out there, and then all you just hear is this beautiful voice just singing. and I'm just like, yeah, that kind of reminds me of it. It's just like that old kind of like
Southern twang
that just they're doing it for themselves, and I think that's what makes this way more authentic.
Yeah,
you know,
definitely.
So,
all right,
I guess let's get into it. Let's
do it, dude.
Give the people what they want.
Love this song.
I've been selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay, so I can sit out here and waste my life away. Drag back home and drown my troubles away. It's a damn shame what the world's gotten to. People like me, people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true.
Yeah.
But it is. Oh, it is. Living in the new world with an whole soul. These rich men north of Richmond, Lord knows they all just wanna have total control. Wanna know what you think, wanna know what you do, and they don't think you know, but I know that you do. 'Cause your dollar ain't shit, it's taxed to no end. 'Cause the rich men, 'cause the rich men.
That is a weird guitar, though.
I'm telling you, half banjo, half acoustic.
Yeah.
Wish politicians
Ding,
look out for minors, and not just minors on an island somewhere. Lord, we got folks in the street, ain't got nothing to eat, and the obese milking welfare. God, if you're 5'3" and you're 300 pounds, taxes ought not to pay for your bags of fudge rounds. Young men are putting themselves 6 feet in the ground, 'cause all this damn country does is keep on kicking them down. Lord, it's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me, people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is living in the new world with an whole soul. These rich men north of Richmond, Lord knows they all just wanna have total control. Wanna know what you think, wanna know what you do, and they don't think you know, but I know that you do. 'Cause your dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end, 'cause the rich men, north of Richmond.
Getting choked up over there?
A little bit, man, a little bit.
I get it.
I've been selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay.
Damn good song.
It is. Super good song. Yeah,
Go ahead.
There's a few parts in there, right? So
Yeah.
I think the first thing that we have to break down is the fact that this is a #1 song. And
Yeah.
it has like almost no production value to it.
No.
It is literally him and a guitar.
Yep.
And that's, to me, says a lot about how powerful the song actually
The truth is.
Yeah. The truth, yeah. Because his song is spitting nothing but facts of what's going on in his in what he's seeing, what he's getting at, going through life and looking at those around him.
Yeah.
And to the point where it causes such an emotional connection to it. I'm not a fan of country.
No.
But when you can do a song, it doesn't matter what genre, when you can do a song that actually connects with people on the level that he did, it's rare. I think it's rare. I think the other thing that I would mention on this is he almost gets folk hero status now.
Yeah, I could see that.
Because, just think of, I don't know how to say this. He basically took a very divided country that has so many different tastes and different things, and basically has coalesced everyone around this one message. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Like I said, dude, I couldn't agree more right now. We're on the same page with this. It's so heartfelt and meaningful. And everybody, dude, anybody that I've talked to about this song is just, it hits home. It resonates. Mm-hmm. Everybody, and they're from all different walks of life. They're, the normal person, like you said, country's not your genre, but it's just so relatable. There's seriously, when he talks about the dollar, oh my God, he nails it, because I don't understand how some people are making it right now.
No.
With the prices of things. And
then you and I have already had this discussion about how, you're taxed on your dollar that you earn, and then when you spend that dollar, you're taxed again, and then they're taxed. So that dollar is just being taxed and taxed and taxed. Yeah. And I hate to say it, but look back at when the country actually was founded. One of the big things was the unreasonable taxes that the king was putting on the colonies.
Yeah. Taxation without representation.
Taxation without representation. And unfortunately, now we have representation. It's just our representatives
are
suck so bad that they're basically saying, well, let's tax the people because we're or we're enriching ourselves, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think we've already talked about our tax stance. You like a flat tax. I personally don't think a federal tax even should be around. It should be a state tax. It needs to stay more local.
Yeah, I just like the idea of a flat tax. Because I do, like we talked about, we both agree that there needs to be some sort of funding for our military. You know what I mean? The protection and defense and all that.
Where I don't like the taxes is because we are enriching. The title of the song, Richmond, north of Richmond.
Yep.
I mean, there's a reason why it's that, because these guys are basically stealing our tax dollars to enrich themselves.
Yeah.
They have no idea what the American people actually go through. In some ways,
Or need.
Or need. In some ways, I think that the Congress pay should only be the median average pay of what your district is.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good thing.
Why are we going to pay you extra? Why do you need to have enough to buy a house in Virginia or wherever the frick, Maryland
in the fucking
or whatever?
Caymans.
Like, you don't need all that money to go and do your job.
Well,
the government should have like a freaking barrack.
Well, the thing is like you're in position of power. You know what I mean? To represent the people. You're there to represent the people.
Yeah, not your own self-interest.
Yeah, and the way we treat these people like celebrities is ridiculous.
Yeah, it is.
You're a person of the people, and the people hold the power in this country. Don't forget that.
Yep.
But unfortunately,
The people
have forgotten it.
Yeah, the people have forgotten that they hold the power.
Yeah.
I was actually watching a different musical video where it's actually a rap song that was teaching the three branches of the government. And it was
nice.
actually talking about how no one pays attention to the judicial or to the legislative. The legislative is actually where we need to spend most of our time focusing.
Yeah.
Because they're the ones that actually set the laws.
Yeah,
The president really doesn't have as much power as people think, or the power that the people think that they have.
That they give him.
So there's a bunch that ties into this crap. I mean, so he had the very good lines about the your dollar ain't shit.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
Unfortunately, our dollar is getting less and less worthwhile that you can have. BRICS is coming into the world.
November 1st.
Yeah, I mean, we lose the petrodollar. Our lifestyle dramatically changes. I don't think people realize this. Like,
No, nobody does, because they're not in normal media. Nobody's talking about it.
No.
Because they don't want the sheep to realize what's really happening in this world.
Yeah. Yeah, when BRICS launches, if BRICS takes over and becomes the world's currency for oil, for petrol, our lifestyle is drastically going to be reduced.
Oh, yeah.
Like, our dollar is going to be worth nothing,
Hyperinflation.
almost. Hyperinflation. We're there's going to be lots of issues that come along with this.
Oh, yeah. Hope everybody's got a QQ.
The next thing, the next line that really stands out to me is the care about the children.
Oh, the Epstein Island one?
The Epstein Island one. It's a great freaking jab.
Whatever happened to any of that? No. They just kind of did another distraction, so now we're just...
Yeah, well, Epstein killed himself.
He Clintoned himself out of there.
Okay, I'm not going to go there because I don't want the CIA coming after me, bro.
We're just kidding.
Maybe.
Wing.
But then what I do think is interesting, so the Epstein himself, forcefully died. I mean, killed himself.
Yeah.
Whatever. Ended himself, however you want to phrase it.
He unalived
himself, probably unwillingly. I mean, sorry.
We'll get it right. We'll take that out.
But then what's her name? The Ghislaine Maxwell?
Yeah.
That whole thing was, she's found guilty. But what was she found guilty of?
Yeah. I seriously don't even know what they actually convicted her of.
No one knows what they convicted her of. Isn't that an issue?
Yeah.
She's guilty, but what is she guilty of? That should be public knowledge. Like, hey,
and
if you're guilty.
Is she even still in prison or jail or anything?
I'm sure she's at like the,
Because I quit finding information out about that. I know they put out a book, and I actually saw copies of the list of her own black book or whatever, not Epstein's. And it's like, what? And there's a lot of important people on there.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Well, maybe not important, but powerful people on there. And it's, I just don't understand how people cannot realize the downfall or the spiral downward angle that we are heading. And it's coming fast.
What's sad is our government's the ones that's doing this. Our government's only the government has the power to convict someone without letting the public know what it is, right?
Oh, yeah.
So if she's guilty of something, what was she guilty of? That's what we really need to know.
We need to fill out a FOIA request and figure out.
Yeah,
Freedom of Information Act.
Yeah, the Freedom of Information Act. But there's a government agent, or not a government. There's a podcast that they actually specialize in FOIAs.
I didn't know that.
Oh,
I mean, there's a
God.
podcast for everything, though. So.
Yeah, but they do a lot of judicial work. It was the ones that represented Trump's first impeachment.
Oh, I have no
Sekulow.
idea.
Jay
Okay.
Sekulow.
Okay.
Yeah, so he has like a whole law group. They actually do FOIA requests. Maybe they're working on that. I don't know.
I'll have to look into that.
If anyone knows Jay Sekulow, tell him to freaking do it.
Duet this video.
The other thing that was a really good line I thought was the 5'3", 300 pounds. The government should be paying. So
Pulling you down.
there's a lot to unpack in that one because he's basically
He hit it from a different couple angles.
So he's attacking the unhealthiness of American people. I mean we're
obese.
we are obese. We do not exercise. We have a lot of issues on that end. But the other way that he was attacking it, the way I took it is he's also talking about how the government shouldn't be giving out these monies. Like the money that the government should be doing, it's for people desperately in need, not those that could actually help themselves.
Yeah,
right?
man, buy a treadmill or something. I don't know.
And then I like that line so much that it took me literally like 20 or 30 times to listen to that song to catch the line after about the young men putting themselves on the ground.
Yeah,
Right.
and that is a huge issue in today's society. Men's mental health is not a joke, ladies and gentlemen. Like, it's sad to see what they do to the modern man or whatever you want to label it as. But there's I think it's like for every one female suicide, there's like 5 or something.
Yeah.
Men that have already. It's just sad, man.
Well,
and I'm not saying that to like feel pity on my gender, but you guys do not make it easy for us. You really don't, and that sucks.
I don't think it's so. If we're going back historically, like there are biological differences, right?
Yes,
and
yes,
we're
yes.
hardwired to do certain things. A man's life is harder than a woman's life.
Yeah,
100%.
Granted,
because men will not take care of men. Men will take care of women. Men will not take care of men. But I think where we're lacking is we keep treating men's mental health the same as women's mental health, and it's not the same.
I agree with you.
So when you're constantly telling men that by just being a man, you are committing violence or you are doing these bad things or you're toxic, what do you expect is going to happen?
Well, I mean, you can only take so much, man.
I mean, men need to be men. Men need to feel like they have a purpose. And we have stripped purpose out of males' lives.
Yeah.
Right? So what's the guy that always talks about, like, go clean your room? The dude that goes around telling boys to clean their room.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's
Is this like a YouTube channel or
I'm trying to.
content creator?
He is. He's now part of the Daily Wire.
I don't know. I haven't watched Daily Wire in a couple weeks.
Jordan Peterson.
Oh, okay. Jordan Peterson.
God dang, I'm sorry. I blanked on that one. I'm
It's
like,
all good.
It took me a minute to pull that information out of this freaking heap of crap. But yeah, so I mean, his message is basically trying to give men purpose. Like, go clean your room. Give a man a purpose.
Yeah, give him a task.
And
I know
that helps.
Yeah. Well, like, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I know for me, I'm goal oriented, and I think a lot of men are. So, like, you give me a job to do, I'm gonna, you know what I mean? And
So I was actually having a wonderful discussion around femininity and masculinity and how, like, they are, women can be masculine and men can be feminine. I'm just like, well, yes, but in general terms, masculine traits typically present in males versus females, and femininity presents in females versus males. That doesn't mean you can't have feminine traits as a man or masculine traits as a woman.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that. What it means is there's stereotypical differences and you line up more with one. That doesn't mean that you can't have feelings of the other, right?
yeah.
Where I'm going with this is it seems like society now is trying to eradicate all masculine tendencies from men, which men cannot survive if they don't have masculine tendencies. Well, that's...
No, you can survive, but you're not going to be worth a damn.
Yeah, exactly. So we need to stop demonizing masculine traits. We need to stop demonizing going and having a purpose or trying to provide or protect the people that you care about. Those are not toxic traits. Those are actually good traits. I do think that the reason why they're trying to do it is trying to break down the societal structure, right? Because if you have weak men, it is much easier to overtake a society than it is if you have strong men.
I mean, you're not lying.
Strong men will one typical male or masculine trait is not being agreeable, right? So if you don't agree with what's going on in society, you're not going to agree with it. You're going to be boisterous, and to them, that's dangerous.
Well, it is. It doesn't. It doesn't work well with their rhetoric.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It does not work well with. God damn, I can't talk. Well, with their agenda, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it goes against everything that they need to happen. They want like Oliver Anthony was saying, they want total control. They want to tell you when to eat, shit, and piss. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And that's not okay. That's not what this country was founded on.
No, you need to be able to make your own choices and do what you think is best for you and your family.
Thank you.
Right? That is the American dream, is to do something for yourself. And if it so happens that other people agree with you and you're able to make money, then bam, you're living the great American dream, right? I think this kind of segues great into some of these comments that we were wanting to get into, because let's go ahead and start with the comment that I think it actually starts with, which is from our what is that? From our short, the evolution and controversy of feminism, a modern perspective.
Yep.
We had a wonderful comment, and this comment actually was the reason why I wanted to do this little section.
This is you, buddy.
Supporting first wave is the same as supporting second wave. We are not equal, and second wave proved why the first was wrong. And I don't disagree with that comment. I know my statement was I do support first wave feminism. And the reason I support first wave feminism is not because I think men and women are equal in all senses. What I was saying is I support it because men and women are both humans, and humans in general have the same respect and dignity, right? That's why I deserve the same respect and dignity. So that's why I support first wave feminism, is because we should. But I also understand this comment because there's a little caveat in it, which is first wave feminism is the setup for all the iterations of feminism that's come out, which is destroying
our country.
Our country, yeah. So great comment. I appreciate it. It is definitely a good EPC UE2CI. Don't know.
I respect you, buddy.
Yeah. And then there's a comment. Toxic masculinity is not being in control of your emotions. Great comment. Great content. Void, keep it up, fam.
Welcome.
Bam. Alyssa Walker. Interesting. There's so many things I want to say, but mostly I hope you value a woman's love over money, possessions, and everything else. Otherwise, you will never receive the genuine connection you deserve. So that's an interesting comment, right? Because
what pill's hard to swallow?
What pill's hard to swallow, right? So we were talking about red pill, blue pill, blah, blah, blah. So the only issue I have with this is it seems to be that they're taking it as the stance of making money and doing things for yourself is counterintuitive to a woman's love. What I'm saying is doing all these things actually gets you a woman's love. Mm-hmm. So it's a means to an end, not the ends to the means, if that makes any sense.
No, I get what you're saying.
So I'll just correct that one. Like, I understand what you're trying to say, but I think you're misunderstanding how
the approach you were taking.
Yeah, the approach I'm taking is, yes, a woman's love is important, but in order to get a woman's love, you need to do these things. So those prerequisites have to be done.
Well, it's like in the what do you call it, in the animal kingdom, like the flashy birds always get more mates or what, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Well, that's what men tend to do with the success that they have. Yep. It's the same concept.
100%.
You know what I mean? So
good discussion. Catch up on these, laugh out loud. Good work here, guys. Official clown hunter or head hunter. I love that name. That's great.
What else we got? There you go.
Confidence comes from experience and the realization that you're capable of doing anything you want. Unless you're willing to force yourself in uncomfortable situations, you don't deserve to be confident. Anthony Baker. That's actually a spot on comment.
Which one? Life adjustments? Oh, yeah, okay. That makes more sense. I was like, what?
Yeah, he comment on life adjustments. That's actually a really good one.
Yeah, that is a good one.
Yeah, sure. Let's like that one. That's a good one. Actually, we're going to love that one.
Ooh.
And then on Anthony Baker on our personal court situations. Listen, did you know that men pay 85% of child support? And even when women do pay child support, they pay 55% less than men on average? Well, you do now.
I did not know that.
I didn't know that either, but I love it. Freaking thank you, man.
Yeah.
So yeah. Let's see. What else do we got here? Hobbies are important for children to learn new skills and dedicate time to improve a skill. Speaking of skills and improving skills, so I was at the track yesterday watching my nephews race dirt bikes. Man, it was good.
All right.
So my little 7-year-old nephew.
Oh yeah.
5 out of the 6 hole shots. Got 2 first place and 1 second place.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean,
you little badass.
The dude has no quit and no fear. I love it. He's absolutely
That's why you got to start kids young and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So they just go.
Absolutely. But so my older nephew, he's gotten a couple of injuries in the past. So he's a little hesitant on some things. But there was this one point in one of the, I think the second to last race that he was in, you could just see something switching him.
Uh-oh.
And I mean, the dude went like fucking like Goku, like just like freaking Super Saiyan up. I mean, I have some videos I'll show you.
All right.
Like freaking just amazing ass jump, and then like on the back section he went and passed 2 cats, and then he freaking went around, and then coming back into the back section there's a huge jump. He freaking lands that hard right, freaking passes another guy.
Nice, dude.
I don't know what happened, but he went complete Super Saiyan, man. It was beautiful.
That's cool.
So sorry, yeah, we'll go off on that, and we should actually talk about having my brother-in-law in, just to kind of go over some of the perks and highlights of motocross.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot to motocross. I mean, there's so much skill and dedication that you're teaching your children. There's so much discipline. And then there's the financial aspect of how you're actually able to do it and give them the chance to actually race and stuff like that. There's a lot to go into. But there's also pitfalls, right? Because you're putting your child on a very dangerous bike at very top speeds, right? Like what injuries can occur? And injuries do happen,
there's
right?
pros and cons to everything, though.
So, I mean, yeah, I think it'd be an interesting discussion.
Well, we've talked about putting people on the show. We just haven't done it yet because of technical issues. So
yeah, and I think we're gonna get those worked out here shortly.
Yeah, we're gonna try.
We'll get that new computer so we can do multiple camera angles and stuff.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Anyways.
They have this machine that you can get that simulates cramps, and it starts from 1 to 10. Y'all should do a video while you guys are trying it.
Oh, I remember that episode.
Oh yeah. You want to try that on screen?
I don't know, maybe. But if I successfully do it, what do I get?
Look at him, man. He's thinking it's good. Great idea.
The kids are like,
maybe we should put them on it.
Right? I don't know if you've ever been in the room when like that person is giving birth. And like squeezing your hand, and like I don't know, they turn into Satan. Like, whoa, it's just childbirth. Calm down. No, I'm just kidding. That's fucked up. I shouldn't say that. I'm kidding.
The way you're phrasing it's like, no, man, they turn into like Vegeta, like going Super Saiyan 4. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a little bit better for now. Satan. They're not demonic, man.
Oh man.
Well, I guess.
They
each their own.
Like, I feel sorry for the nurses that have to put up with like women and child like giving birth, because I've heard some comments in my day, and it's like, you don't normally sound like this.
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh, it's funny.
So yeah, appreciate some of that and some of the comments that you guys have given out back.
Thanks, guys.
Keep leaving them. We'll talk. Look at them.
Thanks for being part of the community and interacting. We really appreciate it.
And like always, let us know if you want us to cover anything.
Oh yeah.
Other than maybe this one, I don't know if we're going to do this machine.
I don't know. Maybe
I don't know.
If you buy the machine, we'll talk.
You buy it and ship it to us.
Yeah. Some of us, got bills to pay.
Fair. All right, man. You guys have a good one. Hope you enjoyed the content. Please leave us a comment on anything you want to hear us discuss. Something you disagree with. Please give us a like, share, and subscribe. Till then, peace.